right onto the ramp to Fort Wilderness Campground.
All right, welcome back, family. Welcome back. Today's video, we're going to talk about Fort Wilderness because that's where we went for vacation, and it was awesome.
Yeah, of all the Disney resorts we've stayed at, and we have stayed at quite a few of them, I would say Fort Wilderness is easily number one.
Yeah, it was just an overall different type of vibe. Like, usually you go to Disney and stay at a hotel. It was nice to be able to go down there with our house and have everything that we would normally have with us.
But it still had the Disney feel. So if you've ever stayed on property, you know there's a feel being in a Disney resort. It, hands down, it was super Disney, but it was also like your home, and there was so much to do there. We didn't even get to record most of the things, or even get to a lot of the things in a week.
Yeah, and I mean, there was we could have just stayed in Fort Wilderness the whole time. We didn't have to go to the rest of the Disney experience, and it still would have been amazing because they have all types of things going on down there. We happened to be there for the Halloween event, so there was a Halloween parade. Down at the other end of the park, there's a campfire, nightly campfire, where they show a movie and sing songs and make s'mores and all types of stuff. It was a blast.
I think the campfire thing is year-round. They just made the themes more Halloween-y. And on Halloween day itself, outside of trick-or-treating, because you could trick-or-treat through this one, because, it's RVers, and a lot of them have the space to bring candy and stuff and decorate, which you'll see later how great those got. But there's other events that the park was putting on, too, so it was a lot.
Yeah, and one of the most underrated joys of the Fort Wilderness experience are these golf carts. Look at us cruising around in these golf carts.
I drove, so he didn't have to.
Yeah. It seems like it's a small little thing, but I'm telling you, we had so much fun driving around on golf carts. You can walk Fort Wilderness if you really want to, and we saw a lot of families doing that. In fact, we planned on doing that when we got there, but with my parents coming down as well, that would have been a lot on the knees, and so I used that as an excuse for us to get a golf cart, and it was worth it.
It was really nice on race mornings because we were towards the middle, so being able to ride up there and get a little bit more sleep for those 3 a.m. wake-ups was nice.
Oh, look at these dance moves.
I would like to preface this before you see me get up. I do have a bad back. It is actually painful for me to do things like this. I did it because I couldn't be shown up.
I have a bad back too, but I also have swag. You see those dance moves?
You didn't carry the kids.
Look at that hoppity hop, hoppity hop. I did feel this later, but I wanted to have a good time in the moment. And Baba automatically will always jump in and do it. She's ready for the world.
The baby's always game for anything.
I mean, same.
I will say, race weekend in and of itself, Disney always does a good job of, yes, making it about the races, but making the races and everything around it super magical and hyping up the runners. So it's another really cool thing if you ever get to do one of those. It is not like any other half I have done, I will say that. Minus rock and roll. Rock and roll was cool, but all the other halves, you do not get the entertainment factor that you do, which is probably why you pay the price that you do to run through Disney.
Yeah, and I don't need to run to have fun, but it was definitely fun to run, if that makes sense. So, like, there's an adrenaline rush that happens, plus the endorphins afterwards. I mean, you might hate yourself, like, mile 10 on one of the races, but at the end of it, you're just like on cloud 9.
It's the runner's wall. That's normal. It's fine.
Yeah. And this was cool too, taking pictures with like the characters inside while we were registering for the race.
Yeah.
The kids really love that. The grandparents love that too.
Yeah, again, I have nothing but, minus the price and how hard it is to get into these, I have nothing but great things to say about Run Disney.
Look at that glue stuff. Remember you were telling me all the types of stuff you can take while running? You definitely need it too.
Yeah. Also, I swear I wasn't mad in that frame. I just had a migraine when we got there. When I got home, I was able to get some meds to like calm it down. So by trick-or-treating, I was good.
Doing the trick-or-treat thing was pretty cool too, because like I said, we were there for Halloween. So they did do trick-or-treating around the park. So we got to sit outside the RV and see everybody else's decorations. We brought some decorations with us as well. We weren't as elaborate as some others, because you're going to see, like, some people went all out for their decorations.
Yeah.
But it's definitely their thing.
Yeah, we live in ours, so we only have so much space for all of the holiday decorations. We keep it in one tote underneath the bed.
Yeah. But it was cool interacting with all the people that were down there. We met a lot of cool people.
Yeah.
Got a lot of cool stories. Plus the kids got a lot of candy. They had a blast going around with grandparents, walking at first, taking the golf cart. And I think they did like, 3 or 4 loops?
Yeah, so they like walked ours, plus they drove another 3 or so.
Yeah, they had tons of candy.
But like these, they were amazing. And they were up when we got there, because we got there a couple days before Halloween.
Yeah.
But just driving around, these were amazing. I did love the Bluey house. Of course, the baby loved the Bluey house too. We are a hands down Bluey family. So we loved this home right here. It was...
Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah. I kind of want to go get one.
So this is where the golf carts really came in handy, right? Because I don't think we would have been able to see all of these things in the park had we not had the golf cart, because it's a lot to walk. You don't realize it until you get there, but being able to cruise around in the golf carts, we didn't decorate our golf cart because we didn't know that was a thing. This was our first time at Fort Wilderness. But as you see, people go all out for this. Look at those those decorations. That took a lot of time and dedication, and that's when I really could understand the thrill of it all.
Yeah, and it's I'm a little sad the GoPro died early-ish in the night, because some of the better ones we did miss.
It's a mix of all the previews.
Yeah, these decorations were cool.
Yeah. Oh, the BB-8 one later on, he was fun. And I loved how many people did Nightmare Before Christmas. I like Nightmare Before Christmas.
And almost everyone decorated. So, like, you're really not coming down to Fort Wilderness for Halloween if you're not planning on engaging in the Halloween activities. I mean, like, we may have seen 1 or 2 that didn't decorate, but they may not have actually known what was going on.
Yeah, and even the ones who didn't decorate, there's quite a few that just at least still left a candy bowl out, because it was very obvious that the kids were trick-or-treating.
Yeah.
Oh, Tsum Tsums. I had to look it up what those were called. But I knew it was based off of something, and I forgot what I said in the clip. But I do love them.
Yeah, there's people that come every year just for the Fort Wilderness experience.
Yeah.
And they really take it to the next level.
The ones across from us did. The ones that were parked across from us, they said they come every year. And like right at midnight on Halloween, it was hilarious. You heard them switch their music to Christmas music. And they started putting up their Christmas stuff.
Yep. And they did it just for the day, because I think they were out the very next day, but they made sure they had the Christmas decorations up.
For that one day.
Like, look at all of that. That's crazy.
This is awesome, guys.
Yeah, and every time we would turn a corner, like, it kept getting better. So we were like, this is the best one. No, this is the best one.
Yeah.
And it just kept getting
This
better.
one right here was my favorite. It just had
So much.
everything together. Like, it wasn't overly cluttered to the point where it just looked tacky. It was just cool. The jack arms were pretty cool, too.
Yeah.
This one was great.
It was creepy from the side because you couldn't. It just like magically dropped at one point. I realized it's on a motor, but still.
Yeah. The one crazy thing is there's a bunch of kids, right? So like they're jumping out all the time. So that was like a little nerve wracking while driving the golf cart. But I mean, it's only gonna go so fast. So
Yeah. And actually, the kids weren't even a big problem. It was more the adults not paying attention.
oh right, yeah,
There was a couple toddlers that jumped out, but for the most part, the kids were very attentive. Also, they were focused on how they can get the candy safely.
the other cool thing about going around to these other sites is you got to see how big and small they were.
Yeah.
So we got our site based off of like, you know, the recommendation of it being bigger. But then we found some other sites that looked like the roads were a little bit wider, the spaces were a little bit, you know, bigger.
Yeah.
We saw a Momentum at some point in time, so like if you see a Momentum, we know we can get our Solitude in there.
Yeah. Yeah, because we had watched YouTube videos leading up to it, and they all said, like, go to the premium sites if you have anything bigger than 35 feet. So we're 40 feet, so we're like, all right, premium it is. And then when we were in the standard sites and started seeing all the rigs that were either like same model as ours, same size, or the Momentums, we realized we could have been in there.
Yeah.
I think it's probably just like more of a tight squeeze going in, maybe. I don't know. But the roads it felt like the roads were much wider than the ones we drove in on.
Yeah. And if you're wondering if we were the only black family in there, we definitely were the only black family in the park. That's pretty much typical for RV living, like in most places, but definitely down here at Fort Wilderness.
I'll say the only ones we saw.
Yeah, and I mean, we made rounds. We definitely made rounds. So like, but everybody was cool. We didn't have like any issues or anything like that. It was all about having fun. Kids were playing with other kids. Everybody wanted to talk and mingle and just have a really good time. It was all about just having a good time, and I really liked that.
Yeah, we met another guy during the parade that has his own YouTube channel, was telling us about the different parks he had been to, like RV parks. And that was just a fun conversation because we got to learn where to stay in like Utah and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, and even at that guy at the beginning of the video, like he's a YouTuber too. I can't remember what his name is.
I don't know, but I know we watched his video. His was one of the videos we watched to learn how to get into Fort Wilderness.
Yeah. Well, sir, if you ever see this video, comment on the comments below and let us know what your name is.
So we can tag you.
Yeah.
And other people can see the video.
But no, I mean, my head was on a swivel this entire time going around the park. It was just,
It was so much to see.
there was so much going on.
And the GoPro even died, so it was like we couldn't actually accurately show just how much it was. So I want to say my phone died too. We were horribly irresponsible, forgot to charge everything. It was a rookie mistake. But there was just so much to see.
And this is just one night. There's a whole series of other videos we got to make to show the whole Disney experience that we had down there, because it was
Disney.
It was Disney, and Disney definitely has magic on trademark. Like it's
And
it can't be beat.
nah. And I know, like, for an RV park, Disney's Fort Wilderness is expensive. But, like, for a Disney resort, I'm pretty sure it was the cheapest.
get it. I get it. Just like this. Keep it straight. Maybe we should.
So stay tuned for our next videos, y'all. We got some more things coming up. And as always, home is wherever family is. See you in the next video.